Again, I want to thank the local police. I did this in a letter it was about 6 months or so ago. The fact that our police forces here in this community react so quickly and are so willing to provide support and be available on campus, I think adds a level of security that we're very appreciative of. And I just walked through Harbin Hall, and I'm very appreciative of the fact that OPS has a very strong presence there currently. It was very clear that they had spoken to the individuals who had found the notes, and then were making certain that their presence was very clear in the building itself. So I appreciate the fact that the police forces have come together so quickly in order to assist campus.
What is the Stop the Act Fund?
We have a year ago when we had the first threat, we established a fund. Actually, there were donations made by some alumni and actually some parents, so that should someone help us discover who does one of these acts. My wife and I actually have also contributed to that fund. If someone will help us find persons who perpetrated this act, they will be eligible for that reward from that fund.
Are students and staff being given the option of staying home today?
No, classes are open today, and we're continuing to do business as usual. The first threat a year ago, we created that option because it was only about 4 weeks since the shooting at Northern. We recognized that there were great concerns, but we can't allow these kinds of disruptions to shut the campus down, and we can't allow these individuals to control our lives in this fashion. And that's one of the reasons we're so hopeful we'll find someone and we will be able to punish them and make certain that they recognize that these acts are unacceptable.
With that said, what type of methods do you guys try to partake in making sure or preventing something like this from happening in the near future?
Well, again, you can't prevent people from undertaking these acts. All you can do is hope that you can try to find people to help you discover who's perpetrated them. It's one of the reasons we established the fund, in order to try to make certain that people recognize there are rewards available. Very clearly, the police forces do outstanding work in terms of trying to analyze the notes themselves. They're sent off to crime labs in Springfield, as Bob pointed out a moment ago or so. So all of the police forces work very diligently at trying to discover who perpetrated these acts. I think the best way is for, as Dr. Johnson pointed out, if the community will also try to help us figure out who may have perpetrated this act, and they'll allow us to then to use both the law and the university policy to punish whomever's done this.
I mean, the reality is the first time it happened, someone may have thought it was a joke and thought it was funny. I will guarantee you it is not funny. And we take these things, we have to take them seriously. We will take them seriously because we want to make sure our faculty and staff and visitors to campus and students are protected and safe. We'll do whatever we have to do to make sure that we provide that kind of an environment. So the reality is we need people to step up at this point in time and say enough's enough. It's no longer acceptable to do this kind of thing and disrupt the campus environment. What we do is too important to have it disrupted by somebody for whatever reason they're doing it, and simply move on.
Can you say what departments are in that building?
Mostly College of Education, Human Services. Our ROTC program is in that building as well, but it is primarily College of Education, Human Services.
Is there a daycare center there?
Daycare center is there, and all parents were alerted. They had the option of taking their children home, and that facility is on a lockdown in terms of preventing any access from anyone who should not be there.
Right. It is in fact locked down. People either in or out. Residence halls are secured because obviously students and others can come and go if they have a right to be in that facility. So that's why we use the term secured rather than locked down.
How long is the police presence in the campus?
We'll review that. We've been through this before. We'll review that again this evening, see where we are. We'll send out alerts. Remind people on the web, update people as much as possible, and then relook at the situation this evening, and then make some determinations. We have in the past tried to keep campus secure for a number of days, just to make certain that we're providing as safe an environment as possible. This note was very time specific in terms of date, but we will review that this evening.
If you link the case bomb threat to Western, that'd be the 4th threat this year. Why do you think there's so many this year?
Well, again, you can't really hypothesize about that. I think there, are individuals on occasion who are looking for the wrong kind of attention, as Dr. Johnson pointed out. There's no indication that these are connected. Clearly police authorities will look at that, but there's no indication they're connected. Again, there've been, if you take a look, there have been threats in high schools. Very often multiple threats in the same high schools. There have been multiple threats at other institutions. Multiple threats against institutions and cities and other environments. Why individuals do this? this is, probably very individual to those individuals, but we can't, as Dr. Johnson said, we can't allow ourselves to be controlled by this, and we're hoping that the community will help us identify whoever did this.
We'll take one more question. Okay, thank you again.